Hi, everybody. It looks like we are now live. Welcome to another exciting installment of Amelia's Dragon Goddess Boutique Showcase. I'll show you all of the items that we have, of course, as I did last time as part of my infomercial. And we're also going to add in a tea and wine pairing this time, which is kind of exciting. So there are many cultures around the world who participate in pairing different types of fragrances with tea and wine and other beverages. So I thought it would be fun and a fun excuse for us to get together on this Friday night to kind of try that out with what we have here at Dragon Goddess Boutique. So as you know by now, hopefully Dragon Goddess Boutique is our little micro business, as we've been calling it, that Jonathan and I have put together kind of for fun. We had been wanting to sell some other items at my in-person events to complement my books and other offerings that I have. And Jonathan had always wanted to make homemade incense, and we just started with this idea of the Dragon Goddess Boutique last summer, and we have finally gotten everything together, and we're having a good time with it. We launched it last month, and so far so good. So I wanted to just have an excuse to say hi to everybody and also peddle my wares, if you will allow me to do so. So let's get started. I won't take up too much of your time. And if you're here with me, definitely, well, hello, Mikey. I was going to say, please check in. I can see how many people are watching, but I can't see who unless you give me a little shout out. So it's good to see you. Thank you for tuning in. I just, of course, getting business out of the way first and middle and last. This month, you can use coupon code IWD15 for 15% off your entire order at my online store. All of that information is right here for you. It should be right in front of you. And I got this awesome online store launched, not just from my website at ameliacotter.com, but ameliacotter.square.site has all of my books and all of the Dragon Goddess Boutique items together. And as we grow the business and see what comes next down the pipeline, for me and for Jonathan with our different projects, we might, launch and relaunch and see where it takes us from there. But right now we're trying to keep everything nice and simple and streamlined for everybody. So we're celebrating, IWD stands for International Women's Day. It's interesting to kind of see myself as a women-owned business, but I kind of have been that for the entire time that I've been an author and a storyteller and doing all of this that I have in the business now for about a decade. So I'm really starting to kind of view myself through that lens. And so kind of taking advantage of Women's History Month, Women's Her Story Month to kind of come out with some of these concepts. I did want to say that we just passed our 1 year anniversary of, everybody going into quarantine more or less. And quarantine has been very good to me and Jonathan. We've been okay. We've been doing well. We've been happy, productive, successful. I know that I've been really happy to see a lot of my friends are getting signed up for their vaccines and everything. I think JP and I are going to wait a little while, let everybody take their turn first, people who are high risk, people who are vulnerable, before we jump in, because I know that we've been okay, and we're good to wait a little longer so that other people can get their vaccines first. But I'm looking forward to that so we can all get together again. And I did just want to say that I also miss my friends Brenda and Tim, who were two of my biggest supporters, and I lost both of them last month. We all did. The whole community lost them. If you're involved in the paranormal community or the writing and photography community, it's been really hard. So I do miss them a lot, and I hope everybody else is doing well and hanging in there. So, like I said, it is a practice in various parts of the world to pair an incense or a fragrance with different types of beverages. So my favorite beverage happens to be wine. One of Jonathan's favorites happens to be tea. Tea is the most common pairing to have with incense, especially in like Japanese and other Asian cultures. And depending on where you are and what you like, you might have a different bevy that you have in your hand right now. So I'm going to light one of our incenses. You'll have to take my word for it. This is one of our Tarot Contemplation Blend cones. And the ones that we held back for ourselves are a little bit smaller than the ones that we, got my torch going here, that we're sending out to people, just because Jonathan literally handcrafted every single one of them. So they were all turned out to be a different shape. So we're getting this going right now. These burn really nicely, and Jonathan was the alchemist on this, who made all of this happen. I'm amazed. If you go to the website, you can see the list of all the ingredients, but we'll talk about the different scents that they have. So the aromas are nice. They're not overwhelming. Obviously, I'm going to sit it down right next to my face while I drink, so it's not going to be too overpowering. And so I've been learning also about how to make pretty words when it comes to talking about fragrances and scents, and I'm sort of used to doing that with like wine tastings, but I hadn't done that previously with incense or anything like that. So that's been kind of a fun journey to go on. So let's talk about the Tarot Contemplation Blend. Is handmade by my husband. Like I said, it's well suited for general meditation and relaxation and ritual use, if that's your thing. If not, if you just enjoy burning incense at the end of the day or at the beginning of the day, whenever you like to do things like that. It has associations that include healing, protection, peace, courage, prosperity, awareness, clairvoyance, luck, consecration, love, purification, and psychic visions. The ingredients, real quick, are, and these are all sustainably sourced from other small businesses. So a lot of incense ingredients are endangered species. So we've been learning about that as well and trying to source everything from good places. Australian sandalwood, Japanese mako, European black storax bark, Agadir myrrh resin, benzoin siam, clove buds, there's a word we know, clove, sandalwood, galangal root, Indian white dammer, mace, and a decoction of vervain. Basically, without knowing what any of that means, the fragrance is bright, it's gentle, it's smooth, it's welcoming, and it's reminiscent of mulling spices. And if you were going to sit and sip something to go along with it, you would definitely want to choose flavor profiles that would match that. So if I was going to have tea with it, I would have the tea that I'm having right now. Oh, check it out, in my snake mug from the Nature Museum. Right now I'm actually just having plain old Sleepy Time. It's the sinus soother, but it's basically the same as regular Sleepy Time. It has chamomile, spearmint, lemongrass, tulsi, and stinging nettle. Gotta have the stinging nettle. And some other ingredients, soothing herbs. So if you're going to drink something herbal with it, chamomile is a good pairing. So I can vouch for that. Other teas that are regular teas, black and green teas, would be jasmine or oolong tea would go very well with that. That's the Tarot Contemplation Blend. Now, as for wine pairings for this one, I would pair it with a white wine, and I would go for a Gewürztraminer, Pinot Gris, so not a Grigio, but a Gris, G-R-I-S, or a Riesling. And I happen to have a wine with me today from Bottles Up, which is right around the corner. So if you're local to Chicago, Bottles Up is right near Broadway and Belmont. I get all of my wine there, and I'm a part of their wine club. And I went into the store and I asked Melissa, listen, I'm doing a wine tasting with Incense. Here's my story. What do you have for me that would go with these types of scents? And so she hooked me up with this South African wine called Saffron, and it's a Cinsault. Okay, so I love South African wines, and I do love the Cinsault grape. Sometimes wines are named for the grape, and sometimes they're named for the region. That's as much as I'll say, because I'm in a learning process always with that sort of thing too, and I'm fascinated by it, and I love wines. But in any case, Cinsault, which is also poured in this glass, as I'm about to enjoy from my Baraboo Bluff Winery glass. Good luck. Cheers. If you have a beverage, let's just cheers with it while we're at it. So this wine is, it has bright flavors. It's got red berry fruits in its profile, cherry, ripe strawberry, red currant. I took some notes because I'm not good at going off the cuff with this kind of stuff. It's kind of, I'm not good with the on the nose kind of stuff when it comes to this. It's tart on the nose. You can definitely get it has kind of a, it has an interesting tartness to it when you smell it. It has like a funkiness. I know that like funk is that standard sort of hipstery description of wine, but that's the word I'm going to go with. As well as like some flowery like violet. And then it also has a little bit of a peppery aftertaste. So this one also is reminiscent of like mulling spices. So it goes well with the Tarot Contemplation blend, even though I recommend a white wine with the Tarot Contemplation. For the Banishment blend, I have the following notes. So the Banishment blend, let me show you what that looks like. Both of the incenses practically look the same. One's a little bit darker than the other. Oops. One sip of wine, I'm knocking stuff all over the place. Got my big container here. So this is the Banishment blend. It's a little bit more red. These look kind of like old coffin nails, as I like to say, because that's a great description. And this is the Tarot Contemplation blend, which is a little darker and has some darker pigments in it. In any case, the Banishment blend has a little bit of a stronger aroma, a stronger fragrance. I will read you the ingredients for that. This one also has Australian sandalwood as the main ingredient, Japanese mako, Indian white damer, Kenyan black myrrh, Peruvian black copal, angelica root, clove buds, juniper berries, piñon pine resin, and locally sourced red wine. So the Banishment blend actually has red wine in it, which is kind of cool. And you can definitely, you can sort of smell, it has a nice warm spicy smell. And the other notes that I would attribute to it are atmospheric, attentive in the sense that it's sort of, we've previously used the words like churchy and holiday to kind of describe the incenses. It has like that sort of a very the rich, dark aroma, kind of like as if you're walking to like a room with like a hearth, like you feel good there in that space. And this, again, all these incenses were made by Jonathan, and they're suited for meditation or enjoyment at the end of the day, beginning of the day, however you do you, or any type of rituals involving healing, protection, courage, purification, and exorcism. And so for my paranormal folks, that would be literal exorcism. And for people who are just casually enjoying this kind of thing, that would be exorcism in the sense of just banishing negative influences from your life and being welcome only to the positive. And then I did want to read, cheers, Mikey, with the water bottle. That's cool. Hey, water goes with everything, right? since I'll do another taste here with the wine, and we have the Tarot Contemplation Blend Incense burning, and I don't think you can't really see the smoke. It is a really nice pair. Can't see the smoke because it's blowing away, but I have it burning here. And then I also have my tea that goes well with it. I'll just read the Tarot Contemplation Affirmation card. So every incense blend that we send to you comes with a handwritten affirmations card. So that's just an extra bit of meditative goodness and something that we thought would have, like, imbue it with a little extra meaning. So for Tarot Contemplation, the card reads, and this is what it looks like if it comes to you in a little 5-pack. I am resourceful, inspired, and filled with unlimited potential. New beginnings and opportunities lie ahead. I manifest my aspirations and ideas to fruition with positive intentions. So it's just like a quick sort of like a mantra almost for you to enjoy. Now, okay, so I'm not done yet with the Banishment Blend. So with the Banishment Blend, sorry, I'm jumping around a bit. The Banishment Blend having the darker, sort of stronger aroma. It's not smokier. It's just a little bit more. Has more powerful fragrance because it has a more powerful meditative and ritual use. And so for tea, you would want to enjoy this. If you were going to enjoy an herbal tea that did not have caffeine in it, maybe mint would go well with that. And there is some mint in this Sleepy Time tea that I'm using as a catch-all. Yay. Green tea would go well. Any type of green tea, but plain green tea would go nicely with it, or Earl Grey. And my Earl Grey sampler that I have here is a vanilla Earl Grey that I got Jonathan for Christmas. And it's called Pitch Black North. So this is from the Pitch Black North company up in Canada. It's like a heavy metal tea company that helps heavy metal singers restore their voices through the power of delicious tea. And then, of course, I would recommend a red wine for the Banishment Blend. And a good red wine would be Pinot Noir. So Pinot Noir doesn't have the best reputation always. If you get your wine at Walgreens, it can be hit or miss sometimes with like cheapy versus good. But a good Pinot Noir is a good Pinot Noir, and a Syrah or a port. A port would go really well with the Banishment Blend too if you wanted to sip and enjoy those together. And then right now, just once again, I'm sipping and enjoying the South African saffron, which is a Cinsault. And this is a nice red wine that goes with both of the blends. And I shall prove it to you by taking another sip right now. All right. So other types of advice, if you're going to just do this from home with any type of incense or fragrance that you already do enjoy, or if you're into candles and things like that, you can kind of gather some information from what we've already talked about, and you can do your own research online as well. But especially when it comes to matching herbal teas, that's the easiest thing to match with your fragrance, your incense, your candles, whatever, your oils, whatever it is that you enjoy. Because you can do like a flavor to flavor match. So we have really nice strawberry incense too that we enjoy burning, and I also like strawberry tea. So that's just another hot tip. So I think I covered most of the tasting notes that I wanted to share with you. And so now I'll get a little bit more into the infomercial part again. I just wanted to say one more time that the wine comes from Bottles Up, which is right around the corner here at Belmont and Broadway, locally in Chicago. And the tea, one of the teas comes from Sleepy Time. Well, what's the Celestial Seasonings? And the other one comes from Pitch Black North. So that's a plug for all of this evening's sponsors. And then as for us, we've got, just check in with everybody. All right. But as for us, we have 2 types of incense right now, and then what we have, what we call the Dragon Meditation Bundle. So we've got the Tarot Contemplation Blend, which comes in the 5-pack or the 10-pack, and we've got the Banishment Blend, which also comes in the 5 or the 10-pack. You see where this is going. I'll just show you what they look like. Not just because I'm proud that we put all this together, but because it does look very nice. So the 10-pack comes in this nice packaging, and every single one comes with a handwritten affirmations card. So if you've been looking for a sneaky way to get my autograph, this is a nice way to do it. The 5ers also come with the affirmations card. And then I'm sold out of the blue dragon. So all of the dragons, let me start over. There's 4 different types of dragons. There's a blue, a green, a red, and a purple, and each one of them has their own associations that are sort of meditative or affirmative or magical, depending on how you enjoy living your life these days. And so blue was a hot item, but we should get everything back in stock on Monday, actually. But we do still have the rest of our guys. So I'll just show you real quick. This is what our red dragon looks like. They all come with a corresponding candle and a candle holder and another affirmations card that has to do with each of their color correspondences. So let me tell you very quickly. The blue corresponds to intuition, green to abundance, purple to joy, and red to action. Right now, the candles that they come with are locally sourced chime candles. They do not have a scent. In the future, they may have a scent. Depending on what we buy, we might change it up every time we have to get a new batch. And we're also thinking about making our own candles, which I know is probably just a whole new can of worms, but we were thinking about introducing another item this summer. So if you have strong feelings about candles, like big candles or little ones, or bath teas. So Jonathan's pretty excited about the whole idea of doing bath teas, which are literally like a sachet that you would put into your bath that would make it nice and aromatic and spicy and oily for you. It's not going to make it bubbly, but it will do all the other things. And he got me some bath tea for Christmas, and it was really nice. So if you have a vote on either of those things, either candles or bath teas, homemade items, they would be super duper limited edition, just like everything else we have. Let me know. Put it in the comments or reach out to me. And so I'll start to wrap it up now. I just, everything is located in, all the information is located here in the post about where and how to order, some of the customer reviews from people that have already ordered stuff. And this month, you can use coupon code IWD15 for 15% off your entire order. If you order something during the month of March, I will enter you to win a free item, and I'll announce the winner of the free item on April 1st. It can be almost any item that you would want. Some people have ordered all of the items, so it would just be whichever item you choose from, probably. So we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, depending on who our winner is. So, and always, please feel free to ask any questions too if you have them. So I think that covers just about everything. And I wanted to open it up for questions. There's not much left to cover on my end. So if you have any questions about this or just life, we can just chat for a little while too, since I'm on Facebook Live. I mean, I might as well hang out for a bit. Pour another glass. Do my tea and my wine simultaneously, just kind of back and forth. Let me see. Oh, I did want to add one more thing. There's always one more thing that I forget to add, which is that when we, starting Monday, we will be able to add a gemstone to each of the Dragon Meditation bundles. So along with the other things that we're getting back in stock on Monday, we're going to have a corresponding colored gemstone for each of the Dragon Meditation bundles. So they'll come with the dragon figurine, and the figurines will also change depending on our supply. They'll come with a candle with candle holder, the handwritten affirmations card, and they'll come with a little gemstone. So I think that's pretty cool. Thanks, Mikey, and thanks to Chanel and everybody else who's been popping in. I really appreciate it. So I will hang out for a few minutes just to see if anybody has questions or comments or wants to chit chat. If not, all the information that you need to order and enjoy things is located here in the post. So I do appreciate everybody's support. Like, people are always supportive, and I try to be, we try to be supportive as well. It's just, we appreciate it so much, and we appreciate everybody's friendship, and we just love you guys. And JP's not here because he is working. He's in the studio doing magical music things. And I have a board meeting after this, so I need to probably drink a little bit more tea than wine before I get jumping into that. Secret gem of the evening, of course, is watching Oscar in the background sleeping in 11 different positions because he's having a good cozy time. Oscar's had a good quarantine too. He's been happy to have us home. So pets have been the real winners in all of this, I think. All right. Well, I'm going to peace out. And I hope that you enjoyed, and I hope that you continue to be safe and well, and that you are able to get your vaccine as soon as you possibly can. And I will see you next time. We'll do another one of these. Probably, I don't know. I mean, maybe we'll do another tasting pairing or something like that, if that's, something that everybody enjoys. But if not, definitely when we get launching on that new item, mystery item, we will check back in. That'll probably be around the early summer because I have a lot on my plate. So coming up in April, at the end of April, the Old Baraboo Inn book is due out. That's going to be Where the Party Never Ended, Ghosts of the Old Baraboo Inn. And then I will graduate from the Master Herpetologist program through the Amphibian Foundation in May. And then my poetry book, Apparitions, should finally come out sometime either within that time frame or around June, and just sort of like waiting to see how all the chips fall and everything. So there's a lot happening back to back just in time for summer. And so we'll see how the rest of that, see how all of this goes. I'm excited. And then somewhere in there, maybe I will get to start seeing some of you again. All right. Well, it's been a pleasure. Have a great weekend. Thank you for joining me. And thank you for supporting me and Amelia's Dragon Goddess Boutique. Jonathan and I appreciate you. And have a wonderful evening. Goodbye.